mahaba yung threshold ko pagdating sa anong kaya kong gawin. Pero love is no longer enough when you don't feel safe anymore.
Magmamatter sa mga bata ay kung paano mo sila minamahal, kung paano mo sila ginaguide, kung paano mo sila iniintindi at inaalagaan.
It's okay to sit with your feelings, di ba? Parang huwag ka rin magpaka-impokrita na hindi ka malungkot dahil hindi ka nanalo, di ba? Parang in this day and age, napaka-importante ng authenticity. Kapag nag-out ang anak, dapat ba instant na tanggap agad ng magulang o normal lang na kailangan din nilang mag-process? Ayun na nga.
So ako, syempre, nung una akala ko dapat instant. Akala ko, when I came out, parang dapat tanggapin nyo kasi bla bla bla. Pero now that I'm an adult, now that I have a daughter as well, tao rin pala ang mga magulang. May mga pakiramdam, di ba? Tao rin ang mga magulang na meron tayong mga naging pangarap eh. So imaginein mo, di ba? I'm sure pinangarap ng nanay ko na mag-walk down the aisle ako na naka-white, na may belo, na magbuntis ako. Pangarap niya yun for me. Tapos biglang boom. Hindi, sorry, hindi mangyayari yung mga pangarap mo. Ito ako. Tapos I expect her agad to say, okay, good, chill. Okay tayo, G. That would be unfair of me then.
Yeah.
Na parang I had time to process the changes that's happening within me.
Yes.
And if I expect them to understand it just like that, just because I told them that this is who I am, parang they should be given time as well.
Yes, yes,
To,
yes.
Not just, hindi dahil selfish sila, hindi dahil hindi nila pangarap to, pero para lang, magkaroon lang din ng acceptance. Kasi ang hirap din kapag pinilit mo ang mga bagay-bagay, na hindi, tanggapin mo, and sila rin pipilitin nila just for the sake of you being happy. Baka sila rin mismo, hindi sila magka-come into terms with what they're feeling.
Yes.
Mahirap yun.
And we have to realize that if it took a lifetime for you, di ba? Or kung anumang stage ng buhay mo na, I'm ready, you have to realize that it's just starting for them.
Yeah.
So, the journey starts when you come out to them. The journey of the parent starts. Pinaprocess niya yung, okay, anong ibig sabihin nito? Bilang isang pamilya, bilang anak ko, na ang dami kong pangarap para sa mga anak ko. Ano rin yung mga fears? Kasi exactly what you have gone through na, paano ba yan? I am living in a country where hindi accepted yung pagkatao ko, yung identity ko, yung sexual orientation ko. Pero ito ko eh. Kailangan kong mahalin kung sino ako eh. Kailangan pagdaanan din yun ng parents natin na, oh my God, my daughter or my son lives in a country na hindi tanggap ang pagkatao niya. Paano yun? Paano siya mabubuhay? Paano siya magiging masaya? Pero hindi eh. Yan ang anak ko eh. Kailangan ko siyang tanggapin. So, kayo ang haba ng pinagdaanan natin. Sila rin. Mahaba rin yun. But, ako, I really believe that ang mga magulang na talagang tunay na magulang, ang mas gugustuhin nila ay kung ano yung makakapagpasaya.
Is it possible to be friends and rivals at the same time? Yes. Kasi ang pagiging rival ay professional eh. At ang pagiging kaibigan ay personal. And I think nasa pagdadala yan. Kasi diba syempre, ako like, I remember when we first started, sessionistas noon, kumbaga, kung isipin mo, we were all rivals then. Kasi pare-pareho kami na iniikutang circuit nun eh. Pero mas nabuo yung friendship namin. And because of that friendship, naging healthy yung, masasabi ng rivalry, yung competition namin. Kasi kahit minsan nagkakatapat-tapat yung mga shows namin, parang andun yung respeto namin sa bawat isa. And siguro, the friendship can begin if there is an acknowledgement that, yes, there may be things that they do that I can't, but there are also things that I can do that they can't. And dun lalabas yung, wala, iba-iba talaga tayo bilang tao, iba-iba tayo bilang mga performers, di ba? So, yeah, kaya, pwede.
Well, ako naman, yung perspective ko, yung rivalry, hindi naman ikaw yung nagkikreate nun between you and your friend eh. It's an external thing.
Depende kung mapapadala ka.
Sabihin sa'yo na, mag-rival kayo ha, o kayo yung magkalaban, kayo yung magka-contemporary. Pero pag magkaibigan kayo, You don't actually see yourselves as rivals.
Totoo.
You just see yourselves as two people, pursuing the same passion and doing the same thing. Sana, sa mga magkakaibigan, they don't allow those external construct or yung sinasabing dapat na itrato nyo sa isa't isa na makaapekto sa friendship ninyo.
Do children automatically become confused if their family doesn't fit society's picture, or is it society that creates the confusion? Ako, based from my experience, I really think that it is society that creates the confusion. Because, ito, based sa experience natin, di ba? Remember with Amara. Of course, she had questions, di ba? Parang because, of course, before kayo nung ex-husband mo, ito yung konsepto niya of family, di ba? And then when you guys got divorced and magkasama na tayo, syempre may mga questions na, but si Ate Aiza patawag niya sa akin, but si Ate Aiza, she looks like a man,
Yeah.
pero hindi naman. But these are questions that you can answer.
Yes. Yes.
Simply,
Yes,
na
yes.
hindi mo siya kailangang, alam mo yun, maging matalinhaga mag-explain. And nung naintindihan na niya na, alam mo yun, na parang, ito yung pamilya ko, ang nagmamatter sa mga bata ay kung paano mo sila minamahal, kung paano mo sila ginaguide, kung paano mo sila iniintindi at inaalagaan. Hindi nagmamatter yung, macho ko, pare, lalaki ako. Hindi eh. Wala silang ganung konsepto
At saka, kids are, parang naturally pure of hearts.
Yes.
Alam mo yung, wala talaga silang concept of judgment. Tayo ang nagsha-shape sa kanila. Na nagkakaroon na sila ng konsepto na, tama to, mali to. Pero kung gut lang nila, tsaka yung puso lang nila yung paiiralin nila, they will not see things as black and white. They will just love. And they will just really see things equally. Diba? Nung diba, nung wedding natin. And I posted that and I will never ever forget this. She posted, nilagay niya dun sa, yung wooden na natin giveaways. Na nakalagay that love knows no judgment. Sinabi niya. So, taking it from our daughter's experience, it's really the society that creates that divide. Kung ano ba yung tama at mali.
So when is love no longer enough?
For me, having gone through a lot of relationships talaga na push talaga yung limit ko. Mahaba yung threshold ko pagdating sa anong kaya kong gawin. Pero love is no longer enough when you don't feel safe anymore. Pag naman kayo mag-intay hanggang makarating kayo doon. Pero when you already feel na parang yon, you have to lie para lang maging okay kayo. You can't be yourself anymore. Tapos yung feeling mo na wala ka nang say sa relationship kasi buksan mo pa lang yung bibig mo, pwede na maging reason para mag-away kayo. Tapos yung parang nararamdaman mo na sa sarili mo, nagkakaroon ka ng anxiety just being around and just being together. Ako, for me, love is no longer enough when it comes to that. Kasi marami kayong pagdadaan. Like, okay, ang dami nating pinagdaanan na love, diba? And there was a time, pareho tayong may needs. We had a time where Ais was really going through a severe depression. Na I cannot impose my needs because I have to understand where he's coming from. Talagang, kumbaga, it's really a lot of yourself like giving just to support your partner. Pwede rin kasi maging reason na love is no longer enough kasi kailangan ko rin yung sarili ko. So, for me, yung mga ganong situation, ako, dahil siguro I've been through, relationships where hanggang kaya ko, isi-stretch ko yung sarili ko. When we had that phase where I have to really understand what a supporter means and how to understand and embrace a person who's going through depression, I feel like the love has to be there. Hindi siya pwedeng maubos. Kahit na pwedeng you can walk away from it. So because it's not endangering my life and I know that the love that I have for you is still a lot and so much that alam kong kailangan ko siya para rin sa sarili ko. I think that's when you know that you can still stay in the relationship.
Ako naman parang love is no longer enough kapag tapak na yung prinsipyo mo. Siguro malaking bagay kasi sa akin yung prinsipyo na
Sa simula, pwede ko pong sabihin, nakakain ko pa yun eh. Pero kapag feeling ko tinatapakan mo na yung prinsipyo ko at wala ka ng respeto sa akin, doon na mag-start yung burnout ko. Hanggang sa darating sa point na, and ako pareho tayo, mahaba yung PC ko. Pero, ako kasi yung tao na ayoko nang may what ifs eh. So kahit paminsan feeling ko, dehado na ako, ayoko magkaroon lang ng what ifs. Pero pag dumating na ako doon talaga sa point na sagad na ako, I can easily drop the relationship. Without even, turning back. Kasi alam ko, and siguro yun din yung meron ako sa sarili ko, I know I will never lose myself. And I don't want to lose myself just because of a person. Because of a relationship. Because I don't deserve. So may ganun ako.
Posible bang mag-exist ang pagmamahal ng magulang kahit hindi niya accepted yung anak niya? Yes. Ako, di ba, ito na lang sa politics. Grabe yung nangyayaring toxicity in social media, in everywhere, whenever dadating ang eleksyon, whenever we have this, because we all have our own political beliefs. Meron tayong mga kanya-kanyang leanings. And it was shaped by our own experiences. Like, I remember, of course, before I was part of the administration, a lot of people hated me just because I was a Duterte appointee. Parang ganon. But, marami rin na, kahit na hindi ka accepted, andun yung respeto.
At pagmamahal.
Kundi, alam kong mahal pa rin nila ako. Like, minsan may lalapit sa akin na, Liza, mahal kita. Kahit na hindi tayo pareho ng paniniwala. So I think that can really exist.
And I think that's what love is. Because, di ba, hindi naman parating dapat pareho tayo eh.
Yes.
Pero kahit hindi tayo pareho ng paniniwala, andun pa rin papasok pa rin yung pagmamahal. Kasi, we are more than just our identity. We are more than just our politics. We are more than just our religious beliefs. Di ba?
There's so many facets about us that shaped who we are. And yung pagmahal natin ng isang tao, hindi lang naman pag hindi ka ganyan, hindi ko na mahal yung totality mo. Diba? So, hindi ko gusto yung ugali mo na yan pero mahal pa rin kita. So, yes, that's possible. Is it okay to say no kahit nasa moment na kayo? Natatakot ako na ma-turn off siya.
Of course! Of course! And importante yun. At I think, to make it a really good experience for the both of you, it's very important that you know the boundaries as well. Diba?
Yes, and consent is required.
Oo.
Para magkaroon kayo ng consensual relationship at magkaroon kayo ng consensual...
Kasi yung iba, di ba, sinasabi nila, kunyari, bago pa magkainitan, sinasabi ng no. So, pero yun yan, tinatanong niya na parang, kunyari talaga nag-iinit na biglang, andun na biglang, no. Okay lang yun. Importante, dapat pareho kayong nasa lugar na pareho kayong handa, di ba?
Well, iniisip ko rin, minsan kasi, and I've been there, na parang, yung no ko is not because I don't want it. Yung no ko is because ako mismo, parang nag-aalangan ako sa sarili ko na, oh my God, baka isipin nitong guy na to, I'm too forward. Or isipin ng guy na to, ang cheap kong babae. Kaya ka nagno-no for the sake of, telling yourself na nag-no ka. So, yun yung parang for me, it's a very tricky place to be. Na parang, sa guy naman, on his end, how is he gonna respond to that? I mean, like ikaw, for example, you're in that situation.
I know.
I'm just
if it's a no, it's a no. For me.
Okay.
Kasi, no, diba? Parang, yun nga for it to be magical, for it to be beautiful, dapat pareho kayong into it. So parang pag may isang...
Pero yun nga yung no na yun, hindi talaga no siya.
Exactly. But it's, kumbaga, meron ka pa, diba? Ikaw na nga nagsasabi, diba? Nagiging masarap yung sex kapag pareho kayong talagang mind, body, and soul into it. So, definitely, kaya ka magno-no, hindi dahil ayaw mo yung act, pero meron ka sa sarili mong mga...
Or ayaw mo kung saan niya ginagawa yun.
Oo, di ba? So,
or mali yung the way ginagawa.
Exactly.
No, basta maganda yung sinabi mo. I think yung question ko mismo is, paano kung merong ganong klaseng no? Kasi may ganong no. I mean, it's a reality also. I mean, I have been there na I really want to have sex with this guy, pero ako mismo na parang, ayoko magmukha akong parang cheap and too forward. So, I will say no. Parang, no, I'm not ready. Pero you're there. You're actually there. So, no matter what, I mean, this is like, for those who are in that kind of situation, basta nag-know yung girl,
Or yung
stop.
boy.
Stop.
And
then
nag-know
ask.
yung isa, ba't yung girl lang?
Okay, pag nag-know yung isa,
Oo, pag nag-know yung isa,
stop,
kunyari
and
tatlo
then
sila.
ask, do we proceed? Parang
Paano
ganun.
pag tatlo sila?
Basta kahit sino sa kanilang tatlo yung
Forward.
may rules yun, no?
Wow!
Sino yung mag-boyfriend?
Nga talaga?
Yung participant doon, taga-ano lang siya.
Scorer?
Hindi. Taga-sunod sa anong gustong gawin ng magpartner.
Parang alam na alam mo
Dapat! Kasi magiging malaking issue yan sa
So, ba't
isang
alam na alam mo?
relationship. Kasi marami na akong binasang ganon.
Plastic ang pucha. Valid ba na makaramdam ng galit or lungkot ang magulang kapag nalaman nilang queer ang anak nila? It's
Yes.
valid. I mean, feelings
Kahit
are
anong emotions, actually.
feelings are valid.
Yes.
Siguro that's why you need time to process. Kasi 'di ba, marami talagang questions and even as simple as the terms, 'di ba? It can be very complicated, especially for the older generation, 'di ba, of parents. So talagang valid that you feel confused, valid that you feel not just sad but angry.
Oo.
'Di ba? Kumbaga, kaya importante na mabigyan yung mga magulang ng time to simmer and understand what's happening. What is not valid for me is the behavior na because they're feeling sad or they're feeling angry, they will resort to doing things
Yes, ako
to
yon. Yung
hurt the person.
if
to
they
hurt
become violent,
yun
if
ang
they
hindi valid.
hurt the person just because they're saying they're angry,
It doesn't justify.
yeah, there's no excuse to that. Kasi, ano na yun eh, kumbaga, you're acting on the rage. Hindi yung feelings mo na may naramdaman kang takot. Hindi. Parang gusto mo nang i-punish yung anak mo kasi ganun yung pinili niyang, ganun yung identity niya. And yung lack of understanding mo or yung lack of empathy at that moment resorted to something physical and violent and decisions na pwedeng makasira din sa anak mo. Yun din naman ang kailangang sabihin sa lahat ng mga magulang. 'Di ba? Parang we have a room and we should hold space for emotions, extreme emotions, but there's no excuse to resort to anything that would physically hurt or
Mentally,
also mentally hurt
emotionally.
our kids.
How do you celebrate a friend's win when you're also dealing with your own loss? Yay!
Depends
Yeah.
sa kaibigan mo ba talaga, 'di ba? Kasi kung hindi mo naman talaga 'yun kaibigan, of course, ang mas mamumutawi sa'yo is yung personal mong goal. Dapat ako yung nanalo dyan eh. Dapat hindi siya deserve, ako yun, di ba? So doon lalabas yung ano ba talaga yung what do you really feel?
Totoo.
Pero if you are
Truly friends.
and alam mo na deserving naman, kasi pwede rin naman na magkaibigan kayo, pero alam mong hindi niya rin deserve, 'di ba? So, ang hirap ang hirap din na maging happy ka dun sa taong yun, pero alam mo sa sarili mo na dapat ikaw yun. Pero for example, there's somebody that won and then alam mo na, oo nga naman, bakit hindi? Ikaw yung unang-unang magiging masaya doon sa partner mo. Sa kaibigan mo.
Ako, same ako kay Liza. I think normal naman talaga sa mga tao na minsan parang kahit kina-congratulate natin sila sa harap nila, meron tayong parang, I really wanted that. I think that's normal. Pero yun nga kumbaga, normal lang na may konting kurot at kirot, pero ang hindi normal ay gagawa ka ng paraan para pabagsakin mo yung tao na yun. Diba? But yes, I mean, if this person is truly your friend at nakita mo yung journey niya talaga at na pinaghirapan niya ito, trinabaho niya, actually kahit hindi totoong friend I mean, kahit di ba friend yung tipo, nakita mo lang talaga yung journey ng tao from paano siya nagsimula and finally naabot niya yung tagumpay, magiging happy ka dun sa tao. I think it's a matter of yun nga, being able to witness that journey. At kung nakita mo rin na kahit kaibigan mo pa to, pero alam mong dinaya niya yung papunta rin sa kanyang tagumpay, hindi ka pa rin may matutuwa sa kanya.
It's okay to sit with your feelings, 'di ba? Parang wag ka rin magpaka-impokrita na hindi ka malungkot dahil hindi ka nanalo, 'di ba? Parang in this day and age, napaka-importante ng authenticity. But you just learn and know where to do it. You know, you still carry yourself with grace. Pero when you're alone and you know, doon ka na sa loob ng bahay mo, you
Saka
can
ka
find a
magwalwal
spot.
dahil malungkot ka.
Yes, parang hindi rin mo naman pwedeng laging kino-convince mo yung sarili mo na okay ka lang. Kung hindi ka okay, hindi ka talaga okay. Kasi pinagtrabahuhan mo rin yun, pinaghirapan mo yun, you really want it. Lahat naman tayo, gusto natin na nananalo tayo sa bawat challenge na we choose to, na pagdaanan natin.
Totoo yun, sinabi mo. Kasi 'di ba, like ikaw, like kang nananalo sa arguments natin. Malungkot ba ako na gano'n? Hindi. I mean, I support you.
Alam naman, kasi ako naman talaga yung tama.
Sabi mo nga eh. Hindi, but ang gusto kong sabihin na actually ay, minsan kasi 'di ba parang akala natin we only have space for one emotion.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be sad for the loss but can be happy for another person's win.
Yes.
'Di ba? Hindi siya tipong ito lang yung nararamdaman ko. Pwedeng yun lang, but pwede ring yeah, I'm sad pero happy pa rin ako sa kanya.
Ano ba talaga ang mas importante para tumagal ang isang relasyon? Is it love, friendship, o timing? There's no one thing. Kumbaga, of course, andun yung love, andun yung trust, andun yung... Pero hindi lang pwedeng love. Kasi if it's just love, it will burn you out. Because not every day, mahal mo yung tao eh. 'Di ba? May mga days na nabibwisit ka rin sa tao. May mga days na mahal mo siya. Hindi naman pwedeng basta communication lang. Hindi naman pwedeng puro passion lang. I think all of these things should create that parang balance ng bawat isa.
And I think yun yung nangyari sa atin. It's a combination. Well, it's actually all of the above. There was love, there was friendship,
Yeah.
and it was the right timing.
At saka malaking bagay yung patay na patay sa akin.
Kung trans man ang nagdala ng anak, does society have the right to question his identity as a man?
Well, society doesn't have the right to question, but they will question anyways. Di ba? Kasi syempre, I'm sure medyo, alam naman natin how conservative our culture is, our society is. So parang, I'm sure there will be questions. But if these questions are asked because they want to understand, then I think it's fine. You know what I mean? Pero parang, kung question siya para manghusga or mangmock, then wala kayong karapatan. Kasi, di ba, kumbaga, I think it's human nature na if there's something na medyo bago sa paningin natin, mapapatanong ka eh. And that's normal. But siguro yon, parang sana when we ask these questions sa mga bagong nakikita natin, let's ask because we truly want to understand. Hindi dahil gusto nating sabihin, may sabihin tayong hindi magaganda.
Yung context ng question, pwede kasi questioning or pwedeng just asking.
Yeah,
diba?
just asking.
And I guess sometimes, it's easy to confuse gender identity with the roles we play in life.
Yeah.
Kaya yun parang, trans man ka, buntis ka, so dapat ikaw na yung nanay. Pero sa akin, dapat hindi siya naka-confine sa ganun.
Yeah.
Kasi, ito man yung gender identity natin. When we play the role of being a parent, anybody can be a parent, di ba? Kung sino yung nag-aalaga, nagbibigay ng kalinga, sino yung nagpapalaki.
At yun naman yun eh. Yun naman ang ibig sabihin ng parent eh, di ba? Yung mabigyan mo ng tamang guidance yung anak mo, ng tamang kalinga at pag-aalaga to ready them for the future when they become adults.
Totoo ba na malalaman mo kung gaano ka kamahal ng partner mo base sa performance sa kama?
Hindi. Kasi meron lang talagang mga hindi magaling. At akala nila magaling sila. That's the saddest part.
And I think
akala talaga nila, they have satisfied their partner and talagang, wow, parang ikaw.
May alam akong ganyang kwento mo.
Ha?
Wala, may alam akong ganyang kwento mo. Si F na F. Feeling niya,
Yeah.
Ay, nakwento mo yun isang beses, di ba?
Ikaw, have you had experiences where your partner felt na talagang, wow. Tapos mga babae pa minsan, we like to fake our orgasms. Na parang, tapos ka na?
Sana man lang pati pag oo, inartehan mo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, kahit na ganun. Lalo na pag ganun ang ginawa mo, kahit na hindi ka naman.
Natapos.
Yeah, because the guy, marinig lang niya yung oo, kahit hindi niya kahit na reading between the lines, iba yung non-verbal mo. Siyempre, malaking sa kanila yun, insulto pag hindi mo na-satisfy yung girl. So they will take even a no or even a half yes as a yes.
Ako siguro masabi ko dyan, like, ako parang I feel like, hindi mo talaga mabibase sa performance kasi gaya nga ng sinabi mo, merong mga mahal ka naman pero sadyang hindi lang talaga magaling sa kama. Pero ako siguro based sa experience ko, like I know I love you because kunyari tipong kahit masakit na yung joke ko, game lang, yung ganun. So yun nga, like I think yun nga, parang if you're willing to parang go above and beyond to satisfy our partners.
Willing kang sumakit ang jaw at kahit
Oo,
anong
kahit-
ano.
Di ba nga, minsan meron na malapit na akong mamatay, hindi ako makahinga. Pero sige lang, go! Kung ikamamatay ko to, sige lang. So yun.
Grabe naman. Wag naman yung hanggang ikaw mamatay. Hindi ka naman alam yun na gano'n. Nangyayari na noon.
Sa talk sheets,
Maging ano rin
sa
kayo,
talk sheets
maging-
after dark, kwento ko sa inyo. Yung buong kwento. Rigo! Paano kunyari yung religious beliefs ay hindi matanggap yung anak nila ng mga magulang because of certain beliefs? Alam mo, ako, I mean, I have friends. I have friends na very religious yung family nila. May iba akong kaibigan na kahit religious yung family nila na naig yung pagmamahal at pagtanggap doon sa anak. Kasi parang nakikita nila na, ewan ko kasi for me, di ba, okay, since we're talking about religion, parang, di ba, sinasabi nga natin na God is love. Or sinabi ni Jesus na, love your neighbor as much as you love yourself. So, honestly, for me, that trumps everything else. But I think at the end of it all, parang, sorry, but I can't really say anything about this because, yun nga there will always be different acceptance, levels of acceptance May iba na kahit very religious yung family na naig yung pagiging magulang at pagiging mapagmahal nila. May iba na mas nananaig pa rin ang paniniwala. So,
I mean, that's the reason why there are still a lot of people who are in the closet. I remember when we got married, when we gave out invitations na maging ninang sila or maging ninong sila ng kasal namin. Yung mga taong talagang mula bata kami hanggang lumaki kami, para na rin namin silang mga magulang, yung ganun yung relationship, but they declined. That they declined to be part of our marriage.
but there's
Because
also,
they have these religious beliefs that they were, upholding.
but we never took it against them.
Yes.
Kasi parang, yun nga di ba? Kung yun ang paniniwala mo, respetuhin namin yun, natatanggapin namin yung paniniwalang yun. Pero, doon din nang nakakatuwa na merong din kaibigan, si Liza, na she was brought up in a very religious
Sobrang
family.
Catholic siya.
But she was there.
Yes.
Kasi, ang tinanong ni Liza, sabi niya, why are you still here? Because you're my friend. And yun nga, di ba? Ako, sorry, kasi para sa akin talaga, God is love. And, di ba, God is when there's love, there's acceptance.
Ako siguro, ang mas, ang mas sagot ko doon sa mga parents na meron pa ring religious beliefs at yun ang mananaig sa kanila. I think it's just about respect. Respect ng beliefs. Kasi hindi rin naman natin pwedeng ipilit yung kung sino tayo, kung yung fundamental na paniniwala ng mga magulang natin ay iba. So, siguro, what we can ask for our parents, if hindi acceptance, is for them to respect. Respect na ito ako, respect that this is my choice, respect that I will choose to live my life in the way I know how, and I hope na kahit na ito yung pipiliin ko, maintindihan ninyo. So, respect and understanding, if we can't get tolerance and acceptance from our parents. And yun din siguro yung hihingin ng mga magulang na yon. Kasi ako rin naman, 'di ba, kung tayo humihingi tayo ng ganung respect, yung mga ganung sobrang religious, hinihingi rin nila yun eh. So, sasabihin ng magulang is, wag mong tanggalin sa akin na ito yung paniniwala ko, pero mahal kita. Hindi ko alam kung matatanggap ko talaga na yung pagkatao mo, pero nire-respeto ko yung magiging. Total, alam nila that in the long run, they will grow up and they will make their own choices. So for me, pag hindi talaga kaya, wag nating ipilit. Basta ang hingin lang natin is, yun, that respect remains.